Hi, I'm Heidi. Hi, I'm Heidi. I've been wanting to do a video like this for a while and oh god, I'm so stupid. Hi, I'm Heidi. I'm an artist and a certified art teacher, and this is my Valentine's Day project. All four of these projects deal with gradients in watercolor. And in watercolor, to make a gradient, all you're doing is adding more or less water to the pigment. I'm using watercolor pigment in a tube, but you can use watercolor that's in a pan. Any type of watercolor will do. The same rule applies. You're going to add more water for a lighter shade and less water for a darker shade. That's a watercolor gradient. Now for this first project, I used a set of cookie cutters that I traced on paper with a watercolor pencil in a concentric pattern. Concentric is like a bullseye. You have the same shape in smaller sizes as it goes towards the center, and they all share the same center, and they're all equal distant apart. They're not touching. I started by filling in the largest heart and all the other hearts with the lightest shade, meaning the most diluted. And as I got towards the center, each shade was a little bit darker. For these next two projects, I started out by wetting the paper first. The one on the left is a large area, and I used clear water to wet the paper before I added the paint. This gives sort of a tie-dyed or mottled effect when you add the paint. The one on the right is called a negative painting technique, and I learned this by watching a YouTuber named Macchino, and I will link to her video below because it's very instructional and explains the negative painting technique really well. And I'm just learning this technique and experimenting with it, so I was just kind of having fun with this Valentine project. With the negative painting technique, instead of using your color to draw the image like I did on the left-hand side, you're using the color to draw around the image so that the negative space is what creates the image. And you keep adding layers and layers of colors, each a little bit darker than the next, in order to get this really cool sort of depth and character to your piece. Here I'm testing my colors to see how light or dark I need to go for my next layer. And then the heart that's on the left-hand side of the paper, I just staggered the top edge of the heart and the bottom edge of the heart in layers so that it would sort of give it like a retro kind of shaded effect. You can see that as I add more layers of hearts on the negative painting, each new layer of heart, I'm not tracing over the ones that came before it, so it almost looks like the newer layers are behind the first layers. That gives it that depth that you're looking for. It's also important to note that each layer of both of these paintings is dry before adding a new layer. If you try adding another layer while the previous layer is still damp, your colors will bleed. For the calligraphy, I'm using a speedball pen with a Hunt Globe 513 EF bowl pointed nib and golden high flow liquid acrylic in titanium white. This is also at 4 times the speed because I'm very slow. Okay, so this last project is very similar to the first one in that I used the cookie cutters and I lined up the hearts within each other, but this time the hearts are tangent, and tangent is different from concentric in that one part of the pattern is touching. So the two outer hearts, the designs are touching at the bottom of the heart, and the center heart, the designs are touching at the top of the heart. You can see there I did make a little mistake on the left-hand heart, and when you do that, when you go over a line that you don't intend to and you need to take some paint away, all you need to do is clean your brush off and kind of use it as an eraser. You can go back over that area with a clean, damp brush and lift off paint that you've put in the wrong area. The other difference, besides the fact that these are tangent, is that the center heart is colored the same way as the concentric hearts, meaning that the largest heart is the lightest and the darkest heart is the center. The two outer hearts I colored the opposite. So the lightest heart is the one in the center, and the darkest hearts are going to be the ones at the outer edges. This one was a little bit more challenging, but as long as you plan ahead, you should be fine. I had a lot of fun with this project, and I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you try this, and I hope you have fun with it. If you have any questions, please list them in the comments, and I'll be happy to help you out as much as I can. Thanks for watching. I hope you really liked this project, and I hope you come back for more. Please remember to hit the subscribe button so that you'll be notified whenever I post another video, and hit the like. That really helps out. I know it's kind of cheesy to ask, but it helps out a lot, so I appreciate it. And if you did this project, or you did it with a friend or a class or whatever, please post it on Instagram and tag me at Heidi. I would love, love, love to see what you did, and I hope you have lots of fun with it. Okay, thanks, bye, and happy Valentine's Day.